Happy Sunday, livelings. Here we are, Sunday Snippets, edition 12. And I am here in hot Dallas. And I'm sitting out on the front porch of my girlfriend's house. I leave for the airport in about an hour and a half. Oh, it's hot. It's humid and hot and humid. Woo! Not used to this, but in this a beautiful, there it is, a beautiful stained glass window. She lives in Lakewood, and it's a part of Dallas that has old houses that are kind of, you feel like you're in The Hobbit, little cottages, and just beautiful area of Dallas. So it's been a real pleasure. I'm gonna have to keep doing this because I am sweating. I've only been out here 2 minutes. Not used to this. In Colorado, we have really nice dry air. Although I guess it's humid and hot in Colorado right now too. So it's just that time of year and droughts and all that good stuff. So what you gonna do? Just think, this is the way it used to be when we didn't have air conditioning back in the day. When I was a little girl and I came home from living overseas, and I'd come home and visit my grandparents, and my grandparents lived in California, and then we would drive down to Texas and visit my grandparents that lived in Willis, Texas, and also East Texas and Marshall, where my other family was, my mom's cousins that she grew up with, and aunts, and all the people in the East Texas. And when I was a little girl in the 1960s, my grandmother didn't have air conditioning. And I remember this heat and this humidity, and just even as a little kid, and the big deal was to get to go to the pool and cool off, or get to run in the sprinklers and cool off. So yeah, we've come a long way since then. Now we have air conditioning, so we just go pop inside and boom, we have to wear a sweater. Had to wear a sweater at the Mexican restaurant today, and at the conference that I was at for the last 3 days. Oh my gosh, it was freezing inside. I had to go outside to warm up. It's all really screwy when you actually think about it. Today's Sunday Snippets. I saw a speaker yesterday. Her name is Stormy Wellington, motivational speaker, known for being probably the most successful person in network marketing. She's a Black motivational speaker, Black woman, and just phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. I was so impressed by her. And one of the things that she was, you want to talk about real? And she was hilarious because she was telling us how we were not her typical audience. There was about 100 of us in the room, a little over 100 of us, and 98, probably 7% were white folks. And she's probably used to being, well, not probably, definitely used to talking to her crowd, which is, and she called them Black, Brown, and Latinos. And she would drive home a point, and we're all like, and I'm sure she's used to hallelujah and amen and whatever they say in their culture, and And we're all sitting there going, woo, woo. I think white people are a little wound too tightly, if you know what I mean. That's my observation. And she would just kind of stop and just look at us and go, whoa, you guys are not my usual audience. I could tell it kind of set her back just a little bit, that she wasn't getting because, as a speaker, you get used to the energy from the audience, and our energy was very different to what she was used to. But she was so cute. She just was. She called it out, man, and we would all laugh. I mean, what can we do? We can't be what she's used to. I mean, we're white people. We aren't that fun. I mean, let's face it, we're just not that fun. So anyway, it was really cute. But she was awesome speaker. And one thing that she talked about, and what really got my attention, was because I keep hearing this, and I think I even did a live about this, that I keep hearing that I need to be chilling out in my Zen room, and I need to be meditating and taking time for myself. Well, there it was again. There she was again. And she talked about this, and I took notes, and I just have to share it with you because she challenged us in the audience. And I'm going to pass that challenge on to you because I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this challenge, and I'm starting tomorrow, June 14th. And she talked about 5 things that you need to command your morning and set the intention for your day. And she had 5 things, and I loved them. And one of them I started while I'm here in Dallas because I've had time in the morning, and it's been cool enough in the morning. And when I'm away from all the things that are in my world, my house, my laundry, my kitchen needing to be, dishes put away, all that stuff, I'm away from that. So all I had to do was get up and go take a walk. So I've been doing that every morning since I've been here for about 30 minutes and just loving it. And part of my motivation was knowing that I was going to be sitting for 10 hours in a room. So I thought, well, I better get in some exercise and some steps before I have to go sit. So I've started that, and that's one of the things on the list. Move your body. Move your body every day for 30 minutes. So I've got a jump start on that. But when I get back to Colorado tomorrow morning, I'm going to continue. I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk. I'm challenging myself to that. So that's one of them. Move your body. The other one, she said, start the day in prayer. Now, to me, that is starting your day in gratefulness. And because she said, be thankful, have thankful thoughts. And that's different for everybody. Some people that's prayer. Some people it's just being grateful. And that's what I'm going to do. And I've done it before and I've stopped the habit of it. But to be intentionally grateful the minute you wake up. And it can be as simple, not really simple, but simple as, I'm really grateful I just woke up. Because some people don't just wake up. I'll let that one sink in. So I'm going to start that too in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, what I do right now, and it's not commanding my morning. It's not. I lay there for anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. I lay in bed and I start thinking, and I start building to-do lists and what do I need to do today, but that's not what she's talking about. And sometimes I get myself in a tizzy because I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got so much I've got to do, instead of really being intentional with that time. And I don't think it's really that important where you command your morning, whether it's in your bed or out of your bed or in your Zen room or in your garden or wherever. But I do think getting out of bed is probably a plus. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start waking up and getting out of bed instead of just laying there lazily thinking about stuff. This is my challenge to myself. And I'd love for you to join me in this challenge. That's entirely up to you. So move our body, but that was number 5. I started with that first because I've been doing that. So starting the day with gratitude. Then she said she spends 2 to 3 hours every morning on personal development. I thought that was really cool, where she listens to a motivational or a positive podcast or something, or reads or does something towards her own personal growth, as opposed to just starting the day and jumping in. And I love that idea. I'm not sure I can give it 2 to 3 hours, but for my challenge, I'm going to dedicate 30 minutes. I'm going to start with 30 minutes, and I'm going to come up with something intentional and powerful and positive to listen to that helps my personal growth. And that might even include writing, because I've got a lot of ideas. Then she talked about meditating. Number 3, meditating, which I'm terrible at meditating, but I can visualize. Take the time to visualize my day. And she talked about visualization and as meditating. And I love that idea, because I've talked about that too. If we visualize what we want in our lives and we put out that energy, it happens. We make it happen. And then she had, and I love this one. And I talk about this. I talk about self-talk. I talk about looking in the mirror and doing the mirror exercise. And I'll probably go more into that. But I loved this. Speak life over your life. That's what she said. She said, I speak life over my life. I love that. Who better than us, right? Who better than us to speak life into our lives? It's our life. And we have control on how we look at our life and what we say about our life and how we show up in our life. And she had all these things that she says to herself. And I'm going to come up with a list. And some of them included, you're powerful, you're beautiful, you're loved, and she's saying those things to herself. So I'm going to come up with my affirmation. She called it, she said affirmation, mantra, whatever. And I'm going to come up with what works for me, the things I want to hear from myself, and I'm going to say them to myself every day. So here we go. The 5 things to command our morning. Because if we command our morning, it sets the rest of the day. It sets the rest of the day. For sure. There's no way it can't. I'm going to get up and I'm going to practice gratitude immediately when I wake up. 3 to 5 things. I am grateful for having this bed, this comfortable, wonderful bed. I am grateful for these sheets that just kept me warm during the night. I'm grateful for this comfy pillow that has supported my head all night long. I am grateful for this roof over my head. I am grateful for this beautiful house that I have. Easy, easy. But just that gratefulness sets the tone for being grateful all day long. Number 2, I'm going to listen to something that adds to my personal growth, whether it's a book, whether it's a podcast, whether it's somebody, I don't know. I'm going to find stuff that helps me be in the right frame of mind for the rest of the day. I'm going to visualize. I'm going to visualize what I want my future to look like. I'm going to visualize being on that TEDx stage. I'm going to visualize changing lives one speech at a time. I'm going to see that audience. I'm going to see those hearts. I'm going to see those eyes looking at me that I can help and I can affect and I can breathe life into them. Yeah, I'm going to visualize all that. I'm going to speak life into my life. I'm going to say, Vivian, you're kind, you're empathetic, you are loved. I'm going to come up with all kinds of things. Beautiful things I'm going to say to myself. And I'm going to move my body every day for 30 minutes. Whether it's first thing in the morning or in the evening when things cool down, don't know. But that's what I'm doing for my challenge. And I invite you to join me. I'm doing it for 30 days and hopefully for the rest of my life. But I'm setting an intention for 30 days. So please join me in that challenge because I would love to have company. And you can put comments and let me know if you're going to join me. And this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen with this challenge and with this intentionality. And I know a lot of you already do this out there. You're already much more enlightened. So be patient with those of us catching up. But this is what's going to happen. Mental clarity. If you set intention for the day, you're going to be more clear. Your level of certainty will go up. Your certainty on where you are in your life and what you want in your life. I'm all about that. All about that. And your confidence. Confidence is going to skyrocket. Because you're going to know who you are, what you believe, and what you want for yourself. All those things are going to happen with this 5 things. I believe that. I have no doubt. Like I said in the beginning, this has come back around and around and around. I hear it more. I hear it all the time from different sources. I've got to pay attention. This is what I need to be doing in my life. It's what's missing. I have my dreams and everything, but I'm not intentional enough. I'm not focused enough in my intent and in my direction. It's one thing to have a dream, but it's another thing to have intentionality to get there. That, my friends, is Sunday Snippets. Pretty good one, huh? I learned a lot this weekend, and thank you, Stormy Wellington. I know you'll probably never see this, but you really touched me this weekend, yesterday. You impacted me, and I accept your challenge, and I pass your challenge on to the people in my life. It's a good one. It's a really good one. Have a wonderful week. And I will see you next week with Sunday Snippets, edition 13, my lucky number. Bye.